is new for me. All the things you couldn't do for me. You've been trying to figure out, putting words inside my mouth. You've been stuck inside your head, cause we're stuck inside the house. And I know it's easy to choose fear, and I know it's hard to see clear. And I know your heart starts racing when your thoughts start making your body start pacing like, whoa, fuck, how did we get here? And why the hell are we yelling through tears? How did this get so complicated? Went from friends to love making, now we're fighting and we're hating. I don't wanna be with you like this. Can we go back, start again for all the things that we said? All the messages misread, all the desires left in bed. We were so close and I miss you, wanna tell you everything like please.
I just wanna talk to you, but you won't hear what I have to say. I just wanna talk to you, I just wanna talk, yeah. I just wanna talk to you, but you won't hear what I have to say. I just wanna talk to you, I just wanna talk, yeah.
I just wanna say all the things that I should have that I didn't yesterday. When you told me to my face how you wanna be with me, flipped a switch, turned cold, change your feelings in a day, what the fuck? So are you seeing someone else? Cause I need to know for my own mental health. Cause I need to know if I should really move on. I need to know if there's nothing left and it's gone, so what? What do you wanna do? Cause I'm tired of this back and forth with you. It's a high or a low, it's always touch or it's go. You either wanna move fast or you wanna take it slow, I don't know. I don't know how you feel, cause the second that I think that you're keeping it real, you pull away and shut me out like it's no big deal. I was just trying to love you, girl, why's that so surreal? God damn.
I just wanna talk to you, but you won't hear what I have to say. I just wanna talk to you, I just wanna talk, yeah. I just wanna talk to you, but you won't hear what I have to say. I just wanna talk to you, I just wanna talk, yeah.
I don't know why this is fucking me up. Maybe cause quarantine's been fucking us up. I've been trying to find the answers, I keep searching deep inside me. Maybe I'll find something by the end of this blunt. Cause I think you really wanna be together. I know if I was there, you'd be chilling in my sweater. I know if I was there, we'd be cuddled on the couch. I know if I was there, you'd be kissing my mouth. I know if I was there, I'd be singing to you, bringing you coffee in bed, cooking your favorite food to rub your neck so you relax and finally let go. Go outside and watch the moon sit on my lap while we smoke. But I also know that this is hard to do. Grow and learn from a distance, but I wanted to with you. So I hate the fact that we're just giving this up before we ever even tried to even see what it was.
I just wanna talk to you, but you won't hear what I have to say. I just wanna talk to you, I just wanna talk, yeah. I just wanna talk to you, but you won't hear what I have to say. I just wanna talk to you, I just wanna talk, yeah.
I am too speechless to encrypt into code words that are far too spellbinding to ever be said. Hold a scorpion in your hands is to hold it with care. Sometimes she feels she has to be loud to be heard. I did my best. Thank you for being here.
Here we are looking so fucking dumb. We both knew what the fuck this was. We started out on the same page, casual sex games, didn't wanna get attached. We tried to fight it, then force it, we tried to ignore it, but here we are a fucking again. And I know I should walk away, but I also really wanna play. And I know we shouldn't start this up, but I want to fuck my feelings up with you. I want to fuck my feelings up with you. I want I don't like how you make me feel like I've lost all control. You only want me at your beck and call. It's toxic as fuck, but we both love this rush. You're a mess and I'm bored and we're lonely in love. And I know I should walk away, but I also really wanna play. And I know we shouldn't start this up, but I want to fuck my feelings up with you. I want to.
All right. Hi, guys. We are live.
Hi.
Hi. We're here to talk about Big Brother again.
Ugh.
Welcome to All Girls Alliance. We're down Amanda today. She has some stuff come up, so it's just me and Asha. But we have Parker from Big Brother 9, so we're super excited to have him on to chat with us. So I'll bring him on now.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Well, I mean, that's just the default answer, I guess. But we're here, so that's
It's the 2020 default answer.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something the other day that said, "How do you answer that anymore?" You say, "I'm pandemic fine." Like normally terrible, but I'm pandemic fine. Like
Yeah, seriously.
I usually don't know how to answer that, honestly, and I'm like, how are you? Like, none of us are doing great. I mean,
yeah, we
Definitely
really
not.
thought that we were going to get All Stars and it was going to be great, but
You don't even.
where do we
yeah.
even begin?
let's get
I
Parker's
don't even-
thoughts on the season. Not that we haven't all seen them on Twitter already.
Yeah, like
He's not shy.
I mean, I've probably been. I don't know. I'm definitely one of the more vocal alum, even for the past like 10 years. Like, I've always talked about how they treat Black people in that house, and
Yeah.
would just always be met with, gaslighting white folks. Oh, you're just pulling the race card, blah, blah, blah. And
Weird, because
you see what
still
we got.
happening.
yeah,
Yep.
and that's why I'm just like so glad that, my shouting in the wind didn't go in vain, because people are actually like, I feel like people are more vocal now than ever about the show and like their white superiority complex. I hate it. Like, I just think the show needs a whole overhaul. Top level management needs to be replaced.
Yep.
That's just how I see it.
Yep.
Yeah. And like, I wasn't afraid to say that even a year or two even after my season. Like, I never like held on to that idea of, oh, they're gonna call me back for All Stars. They ain't calling my Black ass back for All Stars.
We've
Like,
discovered they're not calling anybody from 9 back.
yeah, like I gave up on that idea years ago. So like, I was like, okay, why am I gonna be silent, when I know in real life I'm not silent? So these motherfuckers ain't giving me no opportunities. Fuck them. Let's roll.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the way to be. I mean, I used to say the only way to promote change is to be vocal, but I don't see this show ever changing. I feel like they know their audience. They know that their audience is full of, white people who don't care about Black lives. So they don't really care to change. And I think, at what point do we just stop watching the show? I mean, that's the point that I'm at.
I know, and then
Yeah.
we started a podcast about it. Like,
The heck were we thinking?
And this is your first season for the podcast?
yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes and a half.
Yeah.
It's not a fun time. It's not.
Yeah.
We just thought it was
But you
going to
would-
be better.
We did. It was
Yeah.
All Stars.
You would
Like,
think. I did too. Like, I walked into this season thinking, okay, white people are going to give me different energy because they've been through this situation before. They know how the fans are. They, they know, at least you would have thought. And
that's our mistake.
nope.
That's our
It's
mistake.
actually magnified, like, even worse. Like, I'm at a loss for words
Yeah.
at how these people are acting. You know, especially Christmas in particular.
Oh my God, that
Christmas,
great gal, Jillian Michaels. I cannot stand
yeah,
her.
yeah, seriously. Like she's literally like the bag cereal version of Jillian Michaels.
Yeah.
You know how you have like Fruit Loops, and then like on the bottom in the bag you have like the toasted Fruity O's.
Yeah.
She's the toasted Fruity O's. Straight
Literally.
like I can't stand her. And like Memphis too, like his racist ass. Like fuck both of them. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like there's just no question that both of those people have problems with black people.
Yeah.
They have underlying issues with black people, and it's written all over their faces and their behavior. So
and yet we have like Christmas has her Black Lives Matter stuff all over her Instagram, and I'm just like,
it's just so performative.
Your talk don't match your walk though. Like you have to.
When she did the whole when her and Davon got into it, and she did that whole like, oh, here we go. I was like, okay, clocking your ass. I know exactly what you're about, because like when those cameras are off, imagine the kinds of things that she's talking about with black people. Imagine, like I could just only imagine like what those conversations are like with Memphis and like with black people, like you can just tell, and then like, somebody hit me up talking about, oh, he has a black nephew. And
your point.
And what about it?
Thomas Jefferson had fucking slaves and black children.
You better say it again.
So like, don't talk to me about no black nephew.
That means absolutely nothing. And if anything, probably just like, oh, he's one of the good ones. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like just the way he talks to David, like they picked the wrong Negro this year, because a person like me would not be talked to like that. Like you're not going to speak to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Give a fuck about you owning restaurants.
That's why they did what they did, though. That's why, like, they picked somebody that they thought was going to be malleable and quiet.
Yes. And like, I gave David a lot of flack, like, especially after that Kimmy stuff.
Us too.
Because like, come on, bro. Like, you should know better. Like, I don't care, like, how you were raised. It's just an inherent kind of like thing. Like, if you have a black mom, black sisters, just any black woman in this kind of situation, you should be there for her. Like, because we don't have anybody else. No. Even when I was going through my season, I'm the only black dude in there. So like, as one of the few people as one of the few black men who have ever held keys to that house, like it really made me feel some type of way to watch him just like not only just not even like defend her, but then like after the show, like smiling and shit and kikiing with these racists.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? And then like, he did like, come to terms and realize that he was being used as a prop. I, saw him talk about that a little bit, but like, still with this whole like Davon situation, like, I don't know. I just feel like you don't act up in front of company.
That's exactly it.
You know what I'm talking about. You might have your reservations and things like
but
that.
But you don't say that.
You keep that shit in-house. You know, you feel me?
It's that code. It's that code. You gotta have the code.
It is. And like, I'm really frustrated with Davon for like putting her neck out there, not to get the favor returned. Because he wouldn't have done that for her.
Yeah.
No. He had the opportunity to save both Bailey and Davon with his power, which I thought would have been such a smart move on his part. But
I think that we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in now with, even like, who knows who would have gone home in that situation and how David would have been and everything, because he probably would have gone up in that sense. But if Day and David were both in the house still and he had used his power, she wouldn't be mistrusting him now. Because she would have known that he was on her side, that he was
But he did do it to himself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't blame her for having those reservations towards him
Mhm.
because his track record, his resume,
His credit.
He
He's
has
got
bad
bad
he's
credit.
got bad credit. You know, you can't be just like catering to these like white folks that don't give a
And
shit
tap
about your black
dancing.
ass and just dancing a jig and then expecting, you know, people to just think that you're on board with them because I would have reservations with him too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I don't blame Davon for having reservations about trusting him, but what I am mad at Dave, well, not mad, but frustrated with Davon is for calling him an Uncle Tom in front of all those white people.
Yeah, no,
You know,
you should never do
because to me that triggers this whole like white validation, these like feelings, these validating these white feelings that these people probably already had, and then you know they're eating that shit up. So like I don't know, it just didn't sit well with my spirit.
that. Yeah, I agree. I feel like stuff like that, keep it to yourself. You know,
Yeah,
like
and call him all kinds of coons off on Twitter after the season. That's cool, but like in that house situation,
that's your best friend.
yeah, seriously, because there's only so many seats at the table.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ugh.
here we are. I don't even know what to say. Like I obviously can't speak on it as well as you guys can, and I'll always yield the floor to you guys so that you can have your platform. And it's just painful to watch. I don't know how CBS comes back from this, and it's so frustrating too, right? Because you've got Amazing Race, you've got Survivor that does such a better job, like not a perfect job, but a better job, and then you have Big Brother, and it just doesn't make any damn sense because you can see in casts BB can.
Yeah,
Robin Cash should be fired at this point.
Allison,
you know, I think they all should be fired,
Yeah.
but like I've worked in casting for like the past like 10 years, so like I get it. The casting director can only do so much. However,
Okay.
she has had that seat for the last 20 years. Okay, so you mean to tell me in 20 years you don't have any kind of like influence or like voice to these execs that rely on you to give the best advice for casting because your show is only as good as your cast.
Mm-hmm.
So like she is at the battleground of this entire production. So I just feel like she's gotten complacent and lazy, and as long as the check clears, she doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
She does not care. As long as that check clears, whatever. I'll bring you 8,000 people from Texas A&M.
And 2 from Tinder.
Exactly.
They love
she
that.
Doesn't care. Yeah.
No.
But it's just so crazy to me because we've seen how successful, it wasn't successful because they never brought it back, but BBOTT was such a great season. It was a diverse cast, way more diverse than it's ever been. And it was so good. Like, that's what Big Brother is to me. It's all about those mix of personalities having, different cultures come together. So when I saw this season, I was like, yeah, look, we're finally going to get something. Applause.
But even still, like, out of 16 people, 11 white people out of 16.
And that's the crazy thing, to be excited about that. Like, wow, we at least got 2 of us in the house. Like, we got 2 girls in the house.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Like,
and to get excited over that, because
it's
usually
bar.
just one.
That's where the bar is. Like,
the bar is so low.
And that's why, I just felt it. I felt it was just like, I don't know. I was just really extremely frustrated. And like, that's when I came up with the idea. Well, my partner like kind of helped me figure out like my creative outlet because like, yeah, I draw and doodle and stuff here and there, but like, I just needed to do something extra about this season. So that's why I just came up with these like little Big Bias comics. I don't know if y'all saw those.
Yes.
But like, know, because I just don't know any other way to express my frustration. I can only tweet so much about it. So I'd rather just like put that shit out of my creativity and, let it go.
Yeah. We decided to talk about it live every week, twice the week. It's
What's that about?
That's what we decided to do, is talk about it too much.
Oh, yeah,
and so
yeah.
now we're like,
burnt out.
No, your comics are so good, though. I've really, really enjoyed them. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's been really
Thank
great.
you. I just put out my new one today. I don't know if you guys saw that, about the Breonna Taylor verdict.
No,
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I just tweeted it about maybe 30 minutes ago or so.
Yeah, we were
okay. That's right. That's just, I can't even talk about that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But it just goes to show you how, like, even outside of the house, America is racist as fuck, and they don't give a fuck about black folks. They just don't.
They never. I don't think they ever will at this point. I mean, did you see the blank faces when Devon, she gave that beautiful speech about Black Lives Mattering and how it should include Black trans lives as well, and it was just blank face, like robots, like, no emotion,
like a deer in the headlights. They do that. All that is foreign to those people.
Mm-hmm. Even the ones that sure tweeted about it a lot and posted about it on Instagram, and Tyler went and got his little protest shot, and but when it comes down to it,
my Tyler comic is coming soon, by the way.
Oh, I can't wait, because
I'm working on that right now.
He was over the moment he utilized Black Lives Matter as a game move. I think it's disgusting. I couldn't even believe it, and so I just can't. Christmas, it's just,
yeah, and then Christmas, like, using that too. I call it the Angela Rumman strategy. That's exactly what it is. It's the Angela Rumman strategy. She coined that. Mm-hmm. Think about it.
Yeah.
She coined that.
You're not wrong.
She did, because with Bailey.
And her mustache.
Was all. She's going to be the first one to win, and then she took her out. It's tough. It's
which is sick.
It's honestly, at this point, it's really hard to even talk about the game, because there's so much more important stuff going on, and the game has, I don't want to say become, because it's not new, stayed so problematic that, like, at this point I feel like the whole fandom is just, like, collectively throwing up their arms. Like, what do you want from us, CBS? Because we can't just keep doing this. It's just.
Yeah. I'm not. Like, as soon as all the black people are done,
I'm done. Are you done too?
I'm like, I'm not coming back. And I'm not coming back until we have a black winner. Like, I'm not coming back to this shit ever until we have a black winner. That's just it. Like, I've had enough. It's been, what is this? 2020. I was on in like 2008.
Yeah.
The same. It's like Groundhog Day. A white power party every summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like Boo Boo the Fool up in this bitch, because I'm like, this is a new season.
Mm-hmm. It's like we're gonna do it this time. They're gonna treat black people better. They're gonna have more than one or two in there. Nope.
This season,
it's an abusive relationship. It's like, I mean, my dumb ass for falling for it every summer.
Yeah, it's literally, I have no one else to blame except myself at this point.
Yeah,
it's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, and this season was even worse too, because like we were so, like, we talked about it in the preseason that we were so sure that CBS has rigged it before, it would be in their best interest, if they really want to take a stance, like, okay, don't rig it for Tyler this year. Like, we literally were like, okay, rig it for Devon. Like, let's go. We said that in the preseason. We were like, CBS might rig it for Devon.
Well, because black is cool now.
Black is in.
Like,
yeah, black is in now. You see how they do the whole, like, trendy bandwagon. When something's popular. Even when I was on, they cast me because, like, the whole paparazzi stuff was popular during that time. When was the last time they cast the trans woman?
They only did it once.
Not since Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I never put together that was the same time frame, that's when Audrey and Caitlyn.
Yeah, like, it's just like, they do these little stereotypical casting and performative crap, and then they just, like, do away with it. They don't even look at hardly, like, Asian men, hardly.
No.
Like except like hardly. You can only count on like one hand how many Asian men have been through that house. You know, like Asian representation is ridiculous in that show.
Mm-hmm.
They get it even worse than Black folks. You know, and then like everyone's like, oh, it's a microcosm of America. It's a reflection of America. No shit. So like with that said, I'm not going to support a show that continuously tells me every summer that people who look like me are not welcome to play. I mean, it's just that simple, like they redline Black people from playing that game. Look at what Danny Donato did.
It's so frustrating to me. I know the girls, we've been talking about Danny now because we were excited to see her.
Episode, yeah.
We were so excited to see her. And then she brought out microaggressions and the gaslighting.
From the jump, too.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Davon. I cannot wait. I got clipped.
Please send her everything.
I mean, I'm so frustrated for her because she's going in, she went in there thinking that she had a friend in Danny Donato, and she was her biggest obstacle.
And Nicole, especially like this week, like she's getting screwed over by Nicole again, and that's gonna eat her alive. And I'm
Davon will never talk to Nicole ever again. Like that door will be officially shut.
But I feel like, like people like Nicole, like she doesn't care because she's never going to run into Davon again after this. I think these people had it in their minds that who cares? I'm never going to see these people ever again.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do whatever I want. And like, the whole like when people are like, oh, that's just game, blah, blah, blah. No, bitch, that's who you are.
Yes. Especially when it comes down to Danny and Nicole, like it's they've made it abundantly clear that that is the type of person that they are. That's their whole personality.
100%. Like, Nicole, especially with those white tears.
Professional victim.
Yeah.
Like I don't even understand. Like like I still don't believe that she's really comfortable around Black people at all.
She's not. Did you hear? There was a clip actually, not to cut you off. But she was talking about having like a daughter with Victor and that she worried that her kids would start speaking Spanish.
Yeah. And
that she wouldn't be able to understand what they're saying, and she thinks that they will be talking shit about her, and that's why she now wants to learn Spanish. Not to like have a bond, not
with
to
her
like
husband, like
be able to communicate. It's just like I was like, no way she said that. That had to be a filtered feeds, that account. But then it was a legit account. I said, what's going on?
So like the only Spanish she probably knows now is like sí and no, and like and so like she has a Hispanic husband, and so it's like you eat the food, but you don't really want to participate or like embrace the culture. Girl,
no, culture is her enemy. All of it, the whole thing, all
I mean, she has no culture.
That's what I mean. She is afraid of all culture.
White America.
Yeah, and flannel.
Flannel.
No, and flannel bathing suits. That's her culture.
Tablecloths.
Pepper is too spicy for her.
Didn't she say something about ketchup being kind of spicy? Didn't she? Am I making that up? I might be making that up.
But I don't think you're making that up, actually. But
wouldn't be too far off.
No, I really think it was this season sometime that she was like, "Well, I mean, it's kind of spicy. Like, it's got that little kick to it," and everybody looked at her like, "No, nope."
I can't stand her. I can't. Like,
I can't either. It's so tough.
I don't like her, and like I'm glad she lost her sponsorship. Like, bitch, go drink some Franzia at your wedding. Box wine, that shit.
I'm waiting for her like wedding venue to unsponsor her.
I'd love that.
They haven't yet.
Not that I've seen, but I also don't know what it is, so I don't know if anybody's been able to find the actual location to contact them. I just feel like
maybe
it's
Portia,
really funny.
Portia girl, if you're out there.
Because she coming out to your money making sponsors is one thing, but then coming out to be like, oh, your wedding had to be canceled because the wedding venue no longer wants to give you a deal because they don't want to do business with you anymore would be like even better.
Because wasn't she charging like $3,000? Like that bill is gonna go to like $3,000. She's like, okay, guys, well, it's like 5,000 now because I kind of did some things and left it in.
But it's also like, who are we kidding? Just because she's losing these sponsorships, it doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
Aaron lost sponsorship, and the girl is on YouTube talking about lifestyle and Christmas trends. So no repercussions.
The best thing Aaron could do was hurry up and get married and change her last name.
Yep.
Real quick.
That's what she did. So Nicole will be just fine. Like, she's white. She'll be okay.
Absolutely.
She will be.
It's unfortunate, but I was hoping that there'd be a reckoning, at least for Christmas in Memphis, at the very least.
Yeah.
But I don't see it happening. No one's really talking about those two.
No, because they own. So I was talking to somebody about this the other day because the issue with them is that they own their businesses. Like, there's only so much you can do with somebody that owns their businesses. There's nobody to get dropped by. They are the owners. They are who make those decisions. The most that we can do is tank the Yelp page, which we've already done. So.
and her app.
Yeah. That's pretty much that's all we can do, and I mean that's been done, but otherwise there's not a lot to be able to hurt them with, unfortunately.
I'm not saying that I didn't. I mean, maybe I might have left a review on an app or.
Maybe 2 or 3.
I definitely
because I opened it up and I just felt immediately fat shamed. So
honestly,
I was just.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think that a friend of a friend of a friend of my mailman's daughters definitely had some food from Memphis's restaurant.
Yep.
I heard tons of roaches, molded bread, everything, unfortunately. And I just wanted to let the people know, just as a precaution.
Yep. Just for
we got to take care
safety,
of our own,
of course.
Right. But the thing about Memphis's restaurants is you don't want to punish the workers.
The employees.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The employees.
Right.
It just kind of makes it a sticky situation.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. But fuck him. Y'all can still call him racist all day.
Yep.
And just drag him.
You can just look at him.
And his hat. I mean, come on, bro. It's the state of Florida hat, but they're kind of inspired off of the same thing.
But you know what he's trying to do with that hat.
He's saying a lot without saying anything at all.
Yep. I really think those are the worst two, and that's going to end up being our final 2 watch. It's going to be Christmas in Memphis. I mean, that's what the season deserves. Honestly.
I hope this show gets canceled, if I'm really being honest.
Okay, so
I hope it gets picked up by a different station.
Yeah, NBC I think would do better. I think NBC would be our best bet. Or possibly ABC. But no, I actually wanted to talk about that because the last time that the feeds were down for this long was when BB Can got canceled.
I even said secretly I wish that they would go back into lockdown in LA, so they would have to shut down production.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
I know, I mean, yeah, definitely wished it in my head a few times.
Oh, I wished that out loud on Twitter that maybe somebody would just lie and say they got COVID. Just lie. It's okay. Just cancel it. Nobody wants it anyway. You don't even have to actually have it. And then a bunch of people jump down my throat why would you want to lie about a global pandemic? It's not that serious.
No. We need someone to take one for the team, honestly. Yeah. We deserve that. After all we've been through this season, just take a little thing on the chin for us.
I don't know. Even you can just, it's just the whiteness that kills me. It's really, really frustrating. And even in their freaking their their cast photo when they released like half the cast. They put all 5 of their people of color in one photo.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, we're gonna get them. We're gonna show them that we're diverse.
They also lightened Davon's skin a lot.
They sure did.
Like,
they sure did.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally insane.
Because at that point, it's
and
intentional. Like, it's intentional. Like, it's not an accident. Mm-hmm. You can't claim that anymore. That was work that you put in to do it. Like, no. But
and there's only like one black. I believe there's like only one black executive producer.
Mm-hmm.
So like, honestly, poor him.
No, her. Yeah.
Oh man.
She's been there since. I mean, even a little bit. Yeah, she's even been there since a little bit before I was there. I think she's been there for a while. So like, you know, bless her heart, but like, she can only say so much.
Mm-hmm. Before she's playing the race card, like, because I'm sure that she's gotten that at work.
Yeah, can you imagine how much gaslighting she's probably going through too? Like, hey guys, maybe we should, you know.
No.
And then the whole like when Davon was telling who were they saying? Something about like the whole lighter, darker, trying to pit her and Bailey against each other. Like that comment, like, what the fuck does that have to do with these white people in the house being racist as fuck? Yep. You know? Like things like that, like the brown paper bag test. That ain't got shit. That's black infighting. That ain't got shit to do with white folks treating us, you know, with biases. That's about black problems. Yep. So y'all need to shut the fuck up.
They love incorporating Malcolm. That's like their go-to thing.
Mm-hmm. It's just it was nothing but a what about Chicago kind of comment, like question. That's what it reminded me of.
And it's like it's just a diversion at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even respond to stuff like that. You just have to call it what it is and go on with your day.
Because at that point, there's not a conversation to be had anymore. You know where it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But.
And they're just trying to set it up for, you know, whatever stupid narrative that they need to do to appease the people who don't really watch the feeds.
Mm-hmm.
Middle America.
Which is most of them. That's me. I'm
you know,
smack dab in the middle.
Barabin, bumfuck Ohio.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
All of my friends that watch the show are all casuals, and they're...
Oh, I bet they really felt sorry for Nicole, didn't they?
So actually, no, they all hate her now, which is funny because my one friend that at the beginning of the season, I talked about her once on the stream, and I got a lot of shit for it. She was like, I can't believe you said that. But she said it. So, sorry. But she, when the cast got released, she was like, I can't believe Davon's on there. I'm like, what do you mean? She's my favorite. I'm so excited. And she's like, what? How is she an all-star? And I was like, she's absolutely an all-star. And she said something like, I mean, she's good at the game, but I just hate her personality. And I'm like, now, if you would have said the opposite of that, I would have been like, okay, fine. But you went with that, and I'm like,
Yeah, because Davon is not good at the game.
No,
Let's just be
she's
honest.
not. And like, if you want to say that, I could be like, okay,
but we don't love
accurate.
Davon for her gameplay.
No, we love her for her.
Because she's Davon.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, that's how you know that, like, you know, when white people talk about Davon, you can tell if they're anti-black just by their attitude towards Davon.
Yeah.
Because Davon, you know, she's loud, she's expressive. She's Davon, you know, black people are not a monolith. That's what people need to understand, you know? So, like, whenever I hear somebody say they have issues with Davon, it's like, no, you just have issues with black people.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
So the point is, so I told that story like early on, and we were actually talking the other day, and she's like, Nicole used to be one of my favorites, but she's a terrible person. She's like, I cannot stand her. I don't want to see her face anymore. And I'm like, oh, me too. That's how I felt for a while. And I'm like, how are you feeling about Davon? She's like, I don't know why I ever didn't like her. And I'm like, I mean, I know why.
I know why.
You ready for that conversation? Because we know why. But
I've never liked Nicole.
She is not a likable person.
She's not.
There's nothing remotely interesting about her.
No.
Not at all. It's not even like she's good at fashion. You know, like you'll have some people who you hate, but you're like, damn, like I really wish I could have that bathing suit, or damn, I really love those earrings.
The only thing
Or
she's good
skincare
at is
routine.
the only thing she's good at is her messy bun.
That's true.
I'll give her that. She can make a mean messy bun.
You know what?
Accurate.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Right, you're right.
That's why we call her Bunhead. But like, no, she has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. But I am curious your thoughts on what you think of this twist tomorrow and whether we have any right to try and be hopeful about it.
What's the twist?
I don't know. Somebody's the BB neighbor, right?
The neighbor thing?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No.
What I do know is that it will be some white person moving in.
Accurate.
And the other thing that I do know is that the black people will be ostracized again. That's what I do know. That's what you can count on.
So I'm a delusional optimist.
I've tried to be that way, but it just doesn't work out.
It's a problem. I am let down a lot. But like,
because if you don't have expectations, you
can't
be
let
disappointed.
down. Yes, exactly. But I do the opposite of that. I get my hopes up all the time, and then I'm just constantly disappointed, especially with this show. But I we said that there's rumors that production really likes Devon this season. They did announce it, and they would have known who was leading, at least in the HOH competition, and she would likely be targeted. So I don't know, maybe it's something that'll help, and maybe that's why the feeds are down, and all of a sudden something happened, and Devon's not on the block anymore. It was basically a coup d'etat.
Wait, so have they already moved in? Has the neighbor already moved in?
I don't know anything.
Oh.
Nobody knows.
Wait,
like honestly.
So I haven't really been on the feeds. So
no, they've
the feeds
been
have been
down since yesterday.
Okay, well I haven't been on the feeds like all week at
Me
all.
either.
Like, I just really much stopped paying attention and only paid attention to stuff that comes across my timeline.
Same.
So like there hasn't been anything since yesterday.
Since last night, yeah. There was another wall yeller that outed Nicole's vote. So yeah.
Did Devon hear it?
I believe so, but feeds went down and they haven't been back. And that was at like
Since
11 o'clock last night, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I used to be anti-wall yeller, but fuck these people.
Yeah, I'm over it this season. Yellow,
some banners.
I know where the spot is too. I was thinking about going over there on my dance.
But yeah.
Are you okay, girl?
But no, feeds have been down since that, and I mean, like that. There's gotta be something, right? Either that or they're just done for the season. That's the other rumor, is that feeds are just done for the season because people won't quit yelling over the wall. So now this is just, we're done. We don't get feeds anymore. Which is fine because most people are watching them anyways. The only people that are watching feeds are update accounts.
Yep. As soon as I stop watching, I'm canceling my CBS All Access. Yeah,
you can cancel right now and get 2 free months.
For real?
Yes.
I think I might just do that.
So
well, you know what? Because I do like Survivor.
Yeah,
I actually
do too.
Yeah, I actually recently got into that, because I never ever watched Survivor, so I didn't recently start watching it until the actual winners at war. So all these winners were just brand new people to me.
Perfect.
So yeah, so I don't know, I might keep it for Survivor.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But then I don't know, because I don't want to be tempted to hop on the Big Brother feeds or
we've been rewatching.
I'm just gonna that meme where they're sneaking and eating I don't want to do that.
That's what I would do if I didn't cancel it.
Right.
We've been rewatching the old Survivor seasons, and it just reminds me how much better of a show it is. Just all around better of a show it is. So AJ, forget Survivor. This is a Survivor podcast now.
Survivor and Selling Sunset.
Yeah, right? That's where we're at now. But no, I have thought about canceling mine for a long time, but mine is there's a glitch in the CBS system with my account. I don't know. I haven't paid for feeds in 6 years.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't
mean,
know.
I remember when I had free feeds when they were doing the real player feeds, but then like when they switched to CBS All Access, they stopped giving house guests free accounts.
I don't
Bastards.
know what. I don't know what happened or how it. I don't know. I don't know how this is. I don't know, but so I don't want to cancel and then lose the free. You know.
Yeah.
But like, I also want to cancel just like to make a statement.
Well, don't be a fool.
But yeah, so I'm like,
you just ain't gotta turn it on.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know what. I don't know what the issue is.
We could just keep adding Allison and Robin all day on Twitter.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe I'm not blocked yet. I haven't done a lot this season just because I'm like so over it that I'm like, it's not gonna change anything. It doesn't matter anymore.
It's my dream to be blocked by her.
I need to do I actually need to do an Allison comic.
An Allison and Tyler comic together.
Or maybe just like a production, like I was like floating around the idea of doing like a, you know, how the sauce is made. So I don't know. I'm still floating around an idea in my head about that. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it, but I need to do it to where I can't be sued for slander or libel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I mean, you could do that, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a parody, you know, it's a parody, it's comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can always fall back on that.
Yeah, perfect.
You know.
We'll back you up. Not that means anything.
I mean, well, if anything, if I'm going to get sued, like any of these house guests could, I mean, like, I don't know, because I really kind of went in there on their asses with those comics. So, I mean, but whatever, man. Fuck them. They want to sue me.
Yeah.
Sue me.
It's so ridiculous.
Good luck.
Well, I mean,
I actually have an idea for your next comic. It just took me a little bit to draw. I'm not much of a drawer, but I hope that I could help. So the POV is that they're in a hair salon, Allison and Tyler. And so Allison has a shirt that says, "I hate black people." But Tyler has a shirt that says, "I love jewelry," because he sells bamboo sticks as earrings with his girlfriend, Angela. And so I hope that it would be inspiration for your next comic.
Perfect.
Well, I don't want to say that. I don't think that Allison is racist or like hates black people. I just think that she just does. I just think that she cashes in on stereotypes. You know, she's using black people as her stepping stone to keep the lights on.
That's fair. Let me adjust a t-shirt.
You know, like, but like, I mean, and it's even with her team, her producing team, like with the question that they asked Kimmy last year about blacking it up.
That was just.
They prey on stereotypes. They play on black people's social issues.
Yeah.
You know?
It's upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
The whole show
it's
is
really
upsetting. Like,
mm-hmm.
and it hasn't changed, and it probably won't, and we're idiots for being here. But like,
it's the definition of insanity.
It is. And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so we know that this season is garbage. Do you want to talk about your season at all?
Sure.
How was it?
It was trash too. It was a different kind of trash. But...
Very different. That is accurate. I have always been a 9 defender because I was really young when it happened. I didn't have feeds.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when 9 was on?
What year was it?
2008.
16.
2008. Holy
okay, I mean, I guess like 16 is okay.
Yeah.
Swaggy was like, he was 12. I was
12.
Yeah.
Where were your parents?
My mom is a huge fan.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to share this episode.
Yeah, well, that's how I started. Cause I started watching in season 6 with my mom and my grandma, and
that was another like season that you shouldn't have been watching.
But I never had feeds, so like it was always a like I don't know, but you're probably right. But no, I remember because like 8 is when I got like super into it. Like I would just like casually watch with my mom. But then 8 is when I got super into it because I loved Danny. And then 9, I got really into it because I loved James. Like I was obsessed with him.
James. I like James.
We had him on earlier this season.
Yeah, I know. And actually, because who was that? North had hit me up and said something about like, what's this about? What did he say? He said that James said that what did he tell y'all that I said?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Something about like, I bashed him for being gay or like having sex with dudes or some shit like that. I don't know. He said something about that because Team North had hit me up asking me about it. I was like, I never did that. The only thing that I can think about that is remotely about that particular situation is during finale because I hated. I could not stand Chelsea. Chelsea, I could not. Oh my God! Like I would throw a shoe at her ass. I could not stand her. Like. I mean, she's okay now, but like, I haven't seen her in like years. But like at the time, I would literally throw a tomato at Chelsea and not care, you know. But like during finale, during the break after they brought like the pre-jury back or whatever like that, jury was coming in or what? Like it was some weird exchange during commercial break where we were like walking past them and Chelsea was walking towards me. And I was just, I looked at her and I was like, yeah, you need to be concerned about your boyfriend, your man fucking dudes on the internet. And just walked away. And the look on her face, because I wanted to, you know, I wanted
to let her know.
I wanted to gut punch that ass, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to like really like stick it to her ass, you know? So like, I thought of like the craziest shit to say, but it was true. But I just wanted her because she still didn't know.
Yeah.
So like I was the first person who notified her that her showmance was actually, you know, had some videos out there.
Yeah.
And the look on her face was worth it.
Would you do it again?
100%.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I don't remember him saying it because you did come up, but I don't remember him. I don't know. I haven't gone back and watched it.
Oh wait.
Either.
BB Team North is here right now.
BB Team North,
just
yeah.
Ask him, James.
There he is.
James,
yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't remember this.
What are you talking about? Where's my DMs? Let me bring that up in my.
Oh, we got some receipts.
Okay.
Some receipts. Let me pull up the receipts real quick.
He said, "Hello, friends."
Where? Wait. Damn it, I can't find it. I don't know. But he said that shit.
No, he did. Yeah, okay, so James said that we brought up Parker coming out, and we didn't. James did. Because we said that we wanted you to be on the season or something like that, and then he was like, oh, he came out, I'm so proud of him, or something like that. Like, I didn't think that there was any shade there, James. Creating drama where there's not any. I don't know.
No, there wasn't any shade. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he was happy for him, but he called me disgusting for doing gay porn.
Okay.
But I never called him disgusting. Yeah, I definitely didn't call him disgusting. But I did definitely gut punch that ass for Chelsea. That was my prime motivation for that.
And that's more about Chelsea than it is about him.
Yeah, that was 100% targeted towards Chelsea because I wanted to punch that ass.
Everybody knew that James did gay porn. Like that was. I mean, we were. I
definitely didn't have any feel some type of way about that, but I just wanted her to feel it, and I wanted to be the first one to tell her.
Which is fair. That would have been fun. Yeah.
Because I'm petty like that.
Yeah. That's perfect. I love it. No, but I don't know. I resonated with your season. That probably says more about me than it does about your season.
It says actually. A lot. What did you resonate with the most?
I just liked
was it the
James.
breast milk
That was it.
Or the orgies? Like
that was all on the feeds. None of that was on the show. I didn't have live feeds. I was a casual. I was a casual till like 12, and then I moved out and got feeds. Yep. That's what happened. But anyways. But
no, I mean, it was a very interesting situation. I never even watched the show. I wasn't a fan of Big Brother at all. Like, actually, the first season I saw was on YouTube and like watching season 6, and I still didn't really like fully understand the game. You know, as far as like the lying aspect. I think if I would have like had a couple of more seasons under my belt and like fully understood it, you know, that I could like lie. Because I was just honest the whole time. I'm just, you know, that's just me.
Yeah.
You know.
And we love you for it.
Yeah. So whatever. Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah. Is there any?
I did do fantastic on this. Like, this guy that I knew had like a birthday where it was like an all-day event. It was like a Big Brother party where it was like 20 of us, and we all like threw in like money. And we played games all day, like nominations, veto, HOA, like everything. Like it was like, and they actually filmed it on YouTube. It's like Big Brother LA or something like that on YouTube. But I actually did like 2 seasons of that because he brought me back as a coach on the second one. And it was fun.
We're gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
it was really fun.
I wish I had enough friends to do that with. That'd be cool.
Yeah, right.
Do you keep in contact with anybody from your season at all?
Not really. I mean, I saw a lot. I saw like 4 of them during the BB20 finale, so that was kind of cool to catch up like years later. Like Sheila, Jen, Sharon, Alex. Who else was there?
Sheila.
Alex. Yeah, and there was somebody else I can't remember. Who the hell was it? I can't remember. Fucking. But it was good to. It was definitely good to keep up with them. But I mean, me and Jen like kind of message here and there every now and then. But everybody's kind of moved on, and everybody's all old and shit now. So
yeah.
Alex doesn't even look the same. He looks totally different. He's all dad and stuff now.
Aww. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I mean, whatever. I liked 9. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, like compared to the trash that's been cranked out, 9 is.
At least it was entertaining.
I mean, it's moving up. Like
I know.
We still have the best feeds. Like nobody can top our feeds. Like, they ate nightly off of our feeds.
But like people. When like new people come in to watching Big Brother, people will tell them to skip 9 and 15, and like
I know,
and I'm like, why skip 9? Like especially without feeds, because you literally are entertained from start to finish the entire time. There's a fight every 10 seconds. Like it is so much drama.
Well, we gave the fights. We really gave fights on that season.
Like it was bad. Like there was. I mean. Yeah, there were some nasty
that whole
ones.
Like that hot tub fight. Like I will never forget it. Forget it. When Joshua told Amanda that she could like hang herself like her father.
Yeah.
And then they like put the camera on me, and I'm like, I just didn't know what to say. Like, because I was just like, well, shit, I don't know. He wouldn't ever talk to me like that crazy. Because there will be some furniture moving up in here, guaranteed.
Joshua was scary. Like his temper was intense. Like just from the flip of a coin.
And me and Amanda used to laugh at his little dick. Joshua has the smallest dick, I think. I just don't even know. Like that shit was like inverted. Like he could probably piss on his balls. Like I will never forget that. Me and Amanda were like sitting in the bathroom, and she was like, "Oh God, it's so small." And I just like, because he had all these like little Speedos on, and like it looked like he was tucking. Like there was literally nothing there.
Oh God.
Maybe that's why he was so mad and uptight.
Probably.
I mean, yeah, the aggression just like
it needs to go somewhere.
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever said that like publicly.
Now it's live on the internet. Good job. Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever said. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, like I said,
That's my.
there's not a ton to talk about with this season. There's that thing that we talked about. Parker, what is your favorite season of Big Brother?
I'd probably have to say 10.
Yeah.
10, yeah.
That's
definitely.
That's solid.
Because 10 resonates just because, you know, it's fresh out of the house, finally converted to being a fan, and like they just delivered, you know, like they delivered on so many levels.
Yeah.
You know, it was a pretty diverse cast, I guess, you know, but like, you know, diverse for those times.
For Big Brother.
Yeah. And but yeah, I really like, I don't think I've enjoyed a season as much since.
That's fair.
I do like that.
It's so good. I mean, because it's very well rounded, right? Like you have really good strategy, but you also have really good drama, and you have really big personalities that were just chaotic the whole time.
Yeah, because like Michelle, because like even though I was watching, like, you know, Michelle was like one of my favorites, and I was like, I could be friends with her after the show. So when I went to the wrap party, I met her, and I had a nice little blunt waiting on her, and we got together and we smoked out, and we've been tight ever since.
That's amazing.
She's very cool.
She is.
That's my girl.
Yeah, we just had her on. She's amazing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we love her.
Like her, my only people who I really like consider like close friends out of the BB community would be Michelle, LaJuan, and Jason, and Joe Barber. And Evil Dick, he's cool. Like Evil Dick is my guy, man. Like people, I know he's an acquired taste, but he ain't never done nothing bad to me.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people don't like him, and you know, they have a lot of opinions about him, but he's always done right by me, so I have nothing but good things to say about the man.
I think I'm the only one on the podcast that's not blocked by him. But again, I'm just nice to everybody though. Like I don't typically like at people and like but him and Amanda got in like a whole thing, like over Twitter.
He hasn't blocked me, but I don't.
He blocked our podcast account. I don't know what that's about, but like whatever.
He did, but I do think he did block our podcast account.
But I think
did he really?
I think because he saw Amanda was attached to it, maybe, and he really doesn't like Amanda. I don't know.
That's funny.
I was gonna ask and see if he'd come on the show, but
I'll see you.
Yeah, we're.
He blocked y'all?
Yeah.
Damn, that's funny. So he didn't see my retweet then, huh?
No. You should tell him to
ask
unblock
him. Yeah.
I'm actually doing his show tomorrow. I'm gonna ask him what's up with your beef with the All Girls Alliance podcast.
He said that we would never last.
Yeah, he did. But we just like joked back with him. It was fine.
Yeah,
he was like, so because when we
joke.
announced it, he goes, All Girls Alliance, so you're gonna make it through mid-season and then quit. And like, to be fair, we want to be fair, but now we can't because we have to prove him wrong. Like,
that is hilarious.
And then like 2 weeks later, all of a sudden we were blocked. We're like, okay, fine, whatever.
Damn.
But
well, you
anyways.
know, sometimes he can have that curmudgeon energy, you know, like old man shouting from the porch. So he was just probably in one of his moods.
Probably.
I
mean,
he's so mad at us. To
be fair though, when you're somebody like that gets that much like hate and you know so many just unwarranted opinions towards you, it's that block button is probably pretty handy. Just like, you know, whatever you see, like even if I'm just interpreting it wrong and I'm interpreting shade, like whatever, block, like. So I get it.
I get it too. Like, I don't know, like people, I don't know, a lot of people, it's weird that how people still are like so like passionate about him even years later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's such a character. Like, I actually was rewatching season 8 and like, what a season. like with Jen and her crying over her photo. That was actually a really good season. I enjoyed that.
That was
You
so
know,
funny.
actually, season 8, like, because, like, you know, as I mentioned, I've never even watched it before I got on, but like, I was like about to graduate college that summer or whatever, and I remember briefly, like, just maybe watching like maybe the first like 10 or 15 minutes of season 8's first episode,
Mhm.
and like when they introduced like, you know, his daughter was going to be in the house, I was like, oh, that's fucked up. And I just changed
Right?
the channel.
Yeah, because,
I just
like,
changed the channel after that.
can you imagine them doing something like that today, or like Cowboy and Nokomis? Like that's so traumatizing. And like, I was reading, it was circulating again, and I read through it finally, that blog post that Evil Dick did about Danny and about like what a spoiled brat she's always been and stuff, and like actually like spilled the tea on why they were estranged in the first place and why they still are. And like, I feel like a lot of people just assumed that like he was the deadbeat dad, like he was, you know, this and that, and it was not that. And I have admittedly always just assumed that, and I finally read through that because I've seen it circulate, because it's done it a couple times like throughout the years, because he wrote it a few years ago, and I finally read through it and I was like, oh god, no, she's just a fucking narcissist. Like, that's...
Him and I have definitely had some conversations, and like, yeah, all is not as it may appear on surface value.
Yeah, like, he spilled all of it and I was like, okay, well, I've had that pegged wrong for a while. But
a lot of people have.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just hope they don't bring back any gremlin trash. Take one guess who I'm talking about. Just one. Couple initials. You can do it.
I have no idea.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep, got it.
Never mind.
The minion guy?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm still waiting on my opportunity to get in the same room with him again. It's not over. It's not done.
What would you say at that point?
I don't know if there would be words.
It's not what I would say. It's probably what I would do.
He's so...
Yeah.
He's in my top 3
He's repulsive.
He is.
He's
like, it's
gross.
bad.
Bro.
Like,
yeah.
It's like he saw how hated house guests can be and just was like, I can do
I'm going to put off of that. I'm going to mimic that. I'm going to one-up them. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
It's just...
He's bad. He's bad.
I can't. Yeah. That one there. Yeah. You're going to see a video in the future.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You sure will.
That's fine.
I mean, I don't know when it's going to be. You know, it's just like Jesus Christ. You might not know the day or the hour, but it's coming. Mm-hmm.
I'll take your word for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
it's time for some reckoning, so we'll see.
I don't know if you guys know about the story or whatever, but like he, well, I guess I better tell it back to the beginning. What's that?
I've had him blocked for a long time. Like.
Oh yeah, he blocked me.
I didn't even.
But
wait.
No, he got mad at me because I during the BB20 not finale, but the premiere or whatever. You know, all of us were sitting in the audience, and during like the commercial break or whatever, they were resetting or whatever. They were all standing on the stage, and a lot more like yelling out, you know, advice like "Don't do this, don't do this," and I just yelled out, "No minions," like that. And then like, you know, everybody was laughing, and he's like looking around like, you know, kind of stupid ass look on his face. So then fast forward to after the finale, I met Caitlin at the party the night prior. So then the next night, I'm walking in West Hollywood, and I see Caitlin. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Caitlin?" And JC's right there, and she's like, "Oh, you want to meet JC?" I'm like, "Nope," right in front of him. "Nope." And then he looks at Caitlin, and he's like, "Oh, is he the one that said minions?" I was like, "Yep, sure did. Bye." And then he, you know, he was like talking shit or whatever like that, but I just walked away. So then like fast forward to Pride of 2019 in West Hollywood, he I see Fessy at standing at this bar or whatever like that. And he's waiting on Haley or whatever. I walked up to him. What's up, Fessy? Blah, blah, blah. Start talking to him. And then all of a sudden, I see JC, little punk ass, like appear out of the corner of my eye. So he's like yapping, talking hard, like to somebody, talking shit. And I can see him in my peripheral. I'm still, engaged with Fessy. I'm just like, I know this bitch is not enough to come over here. I just know this motherfucker. Just know. And all of a sudden, he walks over. Come on, Fessy, let's go. And I just started laughing. And he like turns around and he's like, what? I'll fuck you up. And the motherfucker literally had to be picked up and carried out of the bag.
Like a duffel bag.
Yeah, and like I'm sitting there just laughing the whole time. But no, bitch, you don't get to physically threaten me and think that I'm going to forget that shit. So you might have, I had an opportunity. We got at this, Jackie like had a dinner that he was at, but I didn't want to disrespect Jackie's job. Mm-hmm. So that was the only thing that kept my mouth shut, because I love Jackie, but that one was free. So the next time, yeah.
It's on site.
Mm-hmm. On site, on scene. I'm telling you.
He's a little...
I am like... He did. They literally had to carry him out. Like, it was so embarrassing. Like, I was just like, look at you, a grown-ass man over 30 being carried out, kicking and screaming out of a bar. How sad is that?
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, and he does he dances on boxes and shit in his underwear. And like,
yeah. So I've heard.
Let me see his ass somewhere. I'm gonna pelt quarters at him. I'm dead serious.
I can tell. He really is. He
deserves everything that he gets.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, you can tell he's a whore. I mean, I always think back to that. I don't even know if they showed it on the episode, but there was this part on the feeds when Bailey was eating chips. Mm-hmm. And he takes his hands and puts his hands in the chips, and she's like, and she took them back. He was like, made this huge thing, and I'm like, she's right. Don't put your fucking hands in the chips like that. You should ask if you can have some. Relax.
Yeah, because like I'm eating them. Yeah, like I'll share them with you, but like for you to just I don't know where your little grubby little dick beater's been.
He's just so gross, like a monster. Ugh.
Like I couldn't even imagine like. Ugh.
No, thank you.
I couldn't imagine. No, thank you. Like, that's why he gets paid to have sex with older men.
He's an older man.
Gold digging little whore.
Yep. Oh my god. On that note. Oh my goodness. What did James said I bumped him out of my way at a Christina Aguilera concert because he kept coming by me. That's amazing.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I don't give a fuck about his little friends either. They can catch these hands too. Like,
these hands are rated E for everybody.
Equal opportunity. Like, I'm not the one. I'm just not that bitch. I'm not.
Well, I hope that you don't have to encounter him, because no one should have to even be in the same space.
No, I need this to happen, because I'm not done. I'm not gonna. It's not because the fact that this motherfucker had the audacity to fucking like threaten me physically. You know what I mean? Like I'm not over it. I'm not over it. And like, call me petty all you want, but I'm just not over it. And I won't sleep until something else happens to him that I do.
What's your zodiac sign? Just kidding.
I'm an Aries.
Ah, okay.
That explains a lot.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. I'm just the type of person, you do something to me, I gotta do something back to you, and I'm not gonna sit right until I do it back.
Fair.
Well, maybe at this finale will be your opportunity.
No.
There's not even gonna be a finale.
There's not gonna be a finale.
That's fair.
The finale is tomorrow.
With COVID, maybe I'll be on Zoom.
probably.
Yeah.
Like the Survivor one this year. Ugh. It was bad.
Gross.
But
It's all messed up.
yeah. Well, Parker, thank you so much for coming on. Do you have any final quotes or anything or final thoughts or anything that you want to promote while you're here?
I just recommend everyone to stop watching the show because it's poison, especially Black people. Black people, love yourself. Stop watching Big Brother because Big Brother does not love you, and it's going to make sure that you're unwelcome summer after summer. That's all I got.
Fair.
Here for that.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe if you can. And if you need any candles, go to Garden Level Candles on Etsy. We'll go ahead and tweet it out after the show, and it's in our About on our Twitch page, and you can use All Girls Alliance to get 15% off. We super appreciate that. But thank you again, Parker. And
Yes.
we appreciated talking with you, but
You're welcome.
And thank you for being you and unapologetically Black. I think that's so fucking dope.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming on and talking to us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.